Right then, there's a quick walk around video, and this is for a very rare car for us actually. We get to see very few of these, but they are lovely. This is a Honda Insight. It's the ES model. Obviously this is their hybrid car, finished in silver. Car's very low mileage one. Do apologise, just got someone just came past. Yeah, the car's covered just under 39,000 miles from new, so lovely low mileage car. Very well looked after vehicle. Just to go around the car, lights and lenses you can see are clear and intact, no cracks or condensation in them. Bonnet very good indeed, no kind of obvious stone chips. Must be something done over the years, but nothing jumps out at all. Near side of the car down the flanks looks lovely and clean. Alloys look very good indeed. Power work very nice indeed. Sorry, it's scuttling around a bit because it's just looking like it's about to rain, so there's not a lot to show on this one, to be honest with you. So it's still a very good looking car, even after 12 or 13 years. But again, down the flanks, lovely and clean there. There's obviously going to be, over the years, you got a tiny little touch-in or mark on the car, but there's nothing that sort of really jumps out at you at all. But it looks very crisp and very nice indeed. Let's come to the boot area. Really good sized boots and very nicely finished, as Honda generally do as well. Let's come into the back of the car now. Loads of room in the back, and it's been kept in absolutely beautiful condition back here. Coming to the front on the passenger side, very clean and tidy. Full set of original mats in the car. Passenger seat again in fantastic condition. Coming in on the driver's side, door card again lovely and clean. Footwell areas again very nice. And driver's seat for a 13-year-old car. Not only done low mileage, but that rest of the interior looks almost like new. So inside the car now, as always, I have the engine running for this section, so the dashboard's illuminated. A really interesting interior, beautifully designed and kept in lovely condition. Come across the main dash binnacle, and really lovely design. Basically, you got the two-tier design, which I've always loved on Hondas. But it's so crisp, it's interesting to look at, but it imparts the information brilliantly well. Just go in there for you, 38,944 miles even, and there are no warning lights on the car at all. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Honda, I nearly said Lexus. This is for a Honda Insight, and it's the ES model. The car is registered AP10HGZ, and mileage at the start of the road test is 38,944 miles. The reason we do all of our videos, and especially actually this road test section, is to ensure that if anyone's online looking at any of our cars, they get to see the very car advertised actually in operation. Unfortunately, like loads of people, we've been to see cars which have looked absolutely fine in photographs or description, but only to get there and find out there's an obvious fault that shows up when you drive the car. So that's why we do it. We also do it on these very quiet country roads. It's a beautiful part of Gloucestershire, and this actually forms part of the road test route we take our customers on, and the hope is then that it will be representative of what you'd feel yourself should you be offered a test drive in the car. So coming to the car, as I said in the walk around video, I can't remember us ever having an Insight before, but I think we may have had one. So it's a rare thing for us, and mostly because we just don't see them. It's not that we don't want to buy them, or they've done loads of miles. They do seem to be a car that will just do mile after mile after mile, and our business model is about low mileage cars as much as we possibly can. So when it became available, snapped it up. But to go through all the things I always do, clearly it's been a very well looked after car, and that manifests itself as soon as you drive the vehicle. Turn the key, there's no starter motor, so it's kind of this bizarre, you just turn it and it whirs into life. It uses the hybrid system to start itself up. These are what I refer to in this day and age as a self-charging hybrid, i.e. you own it, run it and drive it exactly as you would do a normal petrol car. So there is no worries, there's no change to how you operate or drive the car. You're going to stand at a petrol station every couple of weeks to top up your fuel for a couple of minutes, and that's it. So that's how complicated it is. But it's just a lovely thing to drive. So smooth. The interaction between the hybrid and the engine works seamlessly. It's absolutely brilliantly engineered. I should have already said there are no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car. But when you get in them, it does make conventional cars with automatic boxes, because this uses a CVT gearbox, feel a bit clunky and old-fashioned. There's something especially at low-speed manoeuvres, stop-start driving. These are a joyful thing to drive, which is why you see lots of them in sort of city centres, where people love them because it's it can be so annoying. You've got something that's a bit clunky in manoeuvres, and this isn't at all. Everything is just so smooth in operation. Picks up speed really nicely. The way a CVT gearbox works is different to a normal car, but don't believe the motoring journalists that get in them. They shove their foot down, they get the engine revs to sort of fly up and go, listen to that droning away. Well, it does if you drive like a hooligan, but most people don't. They don't drive this car like that. You put your foot down, revs will pick up, and you kind of catch up with the revs. It's different, but so smooth, so smooth. There's no gear change. You can't feel anything to sort of shudder or jolt. Just brilliantly done, and everything's working exactly as it should. Sorry if it's a bit dull and dark. It's like a big black cloud just come over the top of us. It's meant to be a dry day, but the forecast is hopelessly wrong again. Then we come to the chassis and steering of the car, and it's a lovely, lovely car to drive. Honda always make good drivers' cars. They always have done. But this is just, I haven't driven one in a long time, and it's obviously based on the Jazz chassis, which is a very good chassis. The first thing you notice is it is very comfortable, feels very smooth on the road, it deals with pretty much all imperfections very, very well indeed. But the steering's got a lovely weight to it. It feels substantial, even though it's power steering and it's light and it's easy to manoeuvre. You don't get that horrible kind of over-light feeling which you get in lots of cars, which can be, make the car feel actually quite nervous and detached on the road. This is the absolute opposite. You've got very positive, accurate steering, which tracks bullet straight. There's no vibrations at all either at this speed or any speed up to the legal limit. Conscious of the fact that I had someone driving about 2 inches off my bumper. There we go. The chassis setup is really nice and the steering superb. This section of road here, by the way, is like the surface of the moon. Oh, it's nice to see the traditional travellers are here. Love seeing them back in the village. But anyway, sorry, I digress. There's absolutely no rattles, no clonks from underneath the car. If the whole car feels as tight as a drum, it really, really does. Just give the brakes a bit of a shove. I know they're good, but really good brake pedal on the car. No pulsing, no vibrations, all in perfect order there. And then you come inside. Another beautifully put together Honda. I mean, they are masters at putting together cars. Solidly built vehicles, they really are. Crikey, never ever see cars queued here. I will give it a couple of seconds, but it's just the materials used. I mean, they're very clever. They'll if it's a family car as this one is, they make it durable. They give you surfaces that are easy to clean and keep in good condition the whole time. They don't sort of subscribe to giving everything sort of squidgy plastics, and it could detract from their durability. but it's a lovely place to sit. You've got a great driving position. You've actually got a really interesting dash design in a world of just dull, formula interiors. This is a breath of fresh air. You're in something different, but it's not different for different sakes. It works ergonomically brilliantly well, but it's pleasing to the eye. The most conventional part, you've just got a nice big, easy to use radio. You've got your little climate control panel down here, which is sort of really nicely set out because your hand just falls naturally to it. It's in your eye line. You look at it, you know exactly what you want to do. It's not where you have to think, where's the fan speed, or where do I put the aircon on, or where do I direct the air? It's just there. It's so simple. But my favourite part, as in all Hondas with two-tier designs on their dashboards, is this two-tier design in front of me, because it's just, again, lovely to look at. But by goodness me, most of the information you're going to take in as a driver is your speed. And there it is, high up on the dash, beautiful backlighting. It's just brilliant, because you just don't have to take your eyes off the road for a second. It's genius in the way it's displayed. And below that, you've got this more conventional, although with the graphics different, pod with your rev counter in the middle, flanked by your fuel gauge and your eco meter, tells you what is going on, whether you've got assist or you're recharging your battery, that kind of thing. But it's just beautifully done. And then you've got this lovely little leather-bound steering wheel, which feels fantastic in hand. I'm really glad I've driven this car today. It's put a smile on my face. It's a lovely, lovely car. But that's not the point of the video. The point of the video is to pick up on any issues, of which there are none. It drives absolutely perfectly.